What's up, guys? It is Reacts back on the video. Today I'll be reacting to the story of Big Scarr from Hip Hop Daily. You feel me? Look, it's not my fault. This man Hip Hop Daily got the videos I want to react to. Also, rest in peace, Big Scarr. That man died. Like I ain't know he died till the day he died. Like it's kind of crazy. Like I'm gonna be 100 though. I didn't listen to man's music, but I jacked the beats that people made inspired by him. You know how on YouTube it'd be like Gucci Mane type beat and then Lil Baby type beat and then Pooch Ticey type beat and then Italy Chopper type beat. That's the type of beats I would pick. Like I would pick like a Big Scarr X Money Bag Yo type beat or something. You feel me? But it's like that's kind of crazy. I knew. Only song I know about this man is MJ. That's the only song. But this man, that's crazy. He died though. It's crazy. But let's start this reaction. I want to know what happened. So let's start this reaction in 3, 2, 1.
Big Scarr was one of the hottest new rappers coming out of Memphis. He linked up with Gucci Mane and was on his way to the top of the game. Fans were shocked after WAP confirmed he tragically passed away at just 22 years old. Even though he was so young, Scarr already lived a crazy life. And today, we're breaking down the wild story of another Memphis rapper who was taken too soon. Let's get right to it. Scarr came up on the south side of Memphis and was surrounded by crime and violence every day. His parents weren't really involved early on, and he was raised by his grandma till he was around 13. After she passed away, Scarr moved in with his dad, and that's when he hopped off the porch and got active in the streets. He dropped out of school and joined the Grape Street Crips, and Scarr says his pops is the one who taught him how to move. In his interview with Dirty Glove Bastard on Off the Porch, Scarr said he did everything he could do in the streets. According to him,
the best thing I ever did was drop out of school and went to the street, because it taught me a lot of life lessons that you hear me, school don't teach.
He said all he needed from school,
know how to read and count my money. I did that. I ran with it. There wasn't nothing else they can tell me.
Eventually, Scarr and his homies got into stealing cars. One day when he was 16, he was driving a stolen whip with his friend and a couple girls. He tried to beat a yellow light and smashed through the intersection, but another car was turning at the same time and Scarr ran right into him. The crash sent him flying through the windshield and his face got sliced up from the impact. That's how he got the name Big Scarr. He only spent a couple days in the hospital and he was right back on the streets. Back in the day, Scarr never wanted to be a rapper. He said he always knew he'd be rich someday, but he never expected it to come from the rap game. His homie Baby K was always rapping though, and eventually, he inspired Scarr to hop in the booth and test the waters. Scarr spent $20 to record the track, make a play, then dropped another $200 to film the video. It was his first time in the booth, but the song was a hit. It started popping off and racked up around 50,000 views on YouTube. But then a YouTuber named Tommy Craze reacted to it and took the song to the next level. Scarr hit 1 million views in no time and got the attention of Gucci Mane. His cousin Pooch Ticey was already working with WAP, and that's how Scarr linked up with him at first. Pooh put him on the phone with Gucci so they could chop it up. Not long after, he was on his way to Atlanta to sign a deal with 1017 just off of one track. Linking up with Gucci was huge for Scarr. He grew up listening to him, and Scarr says Gucci was a lot of his family members' favorite rapper. Scarr told Dirty Glove Bastard,
like we was just on a boat shooting the video, fool, and I had to go in the motherfucking bathroom, hold my breath and see this shit real.
blowing up off of your first track, signing with a legend like Gucci is wild. But Scarr almost died before he could take it all in. In his Off the Porch interview, he talks about how much hate there is in the hood for no reason. That's why dudes like Boosie always tells rappers to leave their city after they blow up. Scarr knew he shouldn't be going back to Memphis, but it's tough to stay away from the place you spent your whole life. And in 2020, Scarr went back to visit and ended up getting shot and almost dying. It's not clear exactly how it went down, but the bullet went through his hip and traveled up into his spine. It was so bad, the doctors had to remove his appendix, but Scarr only spent a few days in the hospital and bounced right back. Instead of letting the shooting get in his way, Scarr kept it pushing and went even more viral last year with the track So Icy Boys featuring Pooch Ticey and Fujiano. Then his debut tape dropped last April and hit number 25 on the Billboard 200, which was huge for somebody who just hopped in the game. He had features from Gucci, Fujiano, and Chanton, and his homie Baby K. And Scarr proved to everyone that he had the skills to carry a full project. Back in February, he released a deluxe edition of the tape and even secured a feature with Offset. Scarr was already popping off, but he got even more shine back in June when he was featured on XXL's freshman class of 2022 with Nardo Wick, Ken the Man, and another Memphis rapper named Big 30. And just a couple weeks ago, Key Glock announced that he was bringing Scarr with him on his glaucoma tour that's starting in March. The tour would have taken Scarr across the country and exposed him to a whole new audience, but unfortunately, he won't have the opportunity. On Thursday night, December 22nd, the news broke that Scarr had tragically passed away. No details have been confirmed, but the police say that foul play isn't suspected. His uncle told TMZ that Scarr accidentally overdosed on prescription pills while he was at his girlfriend's house. He also said Scarr is battling depression, that his grandmother's death had a major impact on him. Scarr was only 22, but already went through a lot of trauma. It seems like he turned to pills to cope with it all, and it tragically ended up killing him. Gucci confirmed the news on Instagram and wrote, "This hurt. I'ma miss you, Big Scarr." Scar's friend and label mate Enchantin posted on IG too and said she can't even talk right now, and Big 30 hopped online to pay his respects too. He posted a picture of him and Scarr together and revealed that they had just spent hours together the night before he died. Scarr had enough talent and momentum to carry him into the mainstream spotlight. Everything he dropped picked up more buzz than what came before it, and it's just wild how fast it all happened. He went from hustling in the streets and not even thinking about rapping to one of the hottest new artists in Memphis almost overnight. You don't see a lot of dudes signing major deals off of just one track, but Gucci saw his potential right away. The rap game has been losing young artists at a rapid pace, and unfortunately, Big Scarr is the latest. Memphis just lost Young Dolph last year, and now another star from the city is gone too soon. Rest in peace to Big Scarr.
That's crazy. This man got his rap name off of getting in a car crash. He dropped his first song did 50K. Tommy Craze reacted to it, blew him up. Gucci Mane was like, oh, okay, boom, 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 another Memphis joker. I mean, I already signed Pooh Shiesty. Let me sign his cousin too. Blew that joke up. Then he started going viral in the industry, boom, boom, boom. And then bro overdosed on some pills. That's why you gotta stay sober, bro. But I understand though, cause like when you go through a lot of stuff, be having to, if you feel like going to ask for a therapist and all that, you finna find something that's gonna, you know, take your mind off of it. You're gonna do something that's gonna take your mind off of it, or you're gonna take something to take your mind off of it. It's one of the two. Everybody needs something to cope. Some people use a therapist to cope. Some people use drugs to cope. Some people use the video game to cope. Some people use music to cope. It just so happened he chose drugs. That's crazy though. Rest in peace, that man, Big Scarr, bro. Rest in peace. He had a good run. That's crazy though. Hey, look, I'm not even gonna ask for no likes, cause I don't want no clout off this man death. So, you feel me? Yeah. That's crazy. Prayers to this man's family, and I'm gonna see y'all next video.